I am taking you behind the scenes of what it looks like to build something from scratch. This is the build uncut, an unfiltered look at the ideas, decisions, experiments, mistakes, and everything in between that happens before you see the finished thing. For this series, I'm taking you back through the 12 weeks I spent building the creative design camp for this year's summer camp. And we're starting at week 1. Before the graphics, before the marketing, before the logistics, I had to figure out the vision. So let's go back to the beginning. I piloted Creative Design Camp through a summer camp last year, and this year I was back. But I didn't just want to recreate what was done before. I wanted to take what I learned and figure out what this brand could become. Today my focus is working on the Creative Design Camp vision plan for summer July 2026. So I've mapped out what the concept is like for this year, but I feel like I need to fine tune some things before I start pitching and approaching companies. And the deadline for this is pretty much tomorrow. I've started some of the groundwork, did the entire vision document, but now it's time to really zone in on the summer camp specifically. Last year was, I would call it just faith that worked out everything, and God was in the midst of it all. But one of the things I realized is I have the privilege of this year because I've already piloted and I've tested it out. I know what works. I have a curriculum. I have a even venue from last year, so now it's just to tighten up some things that didn't work well last year and just to be ahead of the game. So yeah, join me on the journey for planning the Creative Design Camp 2026. That's specifically for summer, and I can't wait for you to see more. So come behind the scenes. I'm going to use this tool called Flow to help me to outline what I want for the summer camp. So I'm going to use the voice recorder just to outline it, to create a transcript, and then I'm going to put that transcript in a tool to help me to formulate that in a proper document. So yeah, one for her as well. I just give her that learning experience and engagement, and we'll need to get some amount of training before the camp experience. I spent some time just fine tuning what July 2026 summer camp will look like. As of right now, I just need to spend at least one more full day giving it my full attention to tighten up some things because I don't know, in some ways I kind of feel like I am late, but I'm not allowing that anxiety to overwhelm me. But I do have a very good feeling about this camp. I know that once I am very clear what my objectives are, the problem I'm solving, who I'm serving these children, and the benefits, of course, it will be good. So camp, I'll be getting a lot of questions about the creative design camp actually, like a lot of parents. And one strategy I'm using this year is just to be posting all the things from last year. And I realize a lot of parents have like, can I send my child? What's the cost? Where's the location? And one of the biggest challenges last year with the camp was the location. And so I'm trying to just lock that in from early. So by the middle of May, end of May, I should have a location and just be actively pushing and promoting the camp. So I'm excited, but of course there's a lot more work to do, and I'm going to spend some time tonight just seeing how far I can go, just tightening up the summer camp. I have a clear idea of what the finances were like last year, and I just still can't believe there was so much money spent. Um, but yeah, let's see because the price of things have increased. Um, but yeah, it will work. It will work out for sure. So excited to share more about this journey of not only building the creative design camp, but just planning the summer 2026 of the creative design. So this is week 1 of my 12-week year, and this week I think the most of the focus is on the creative design camp because it happens in July, and I need to lock down a lot of things, specifically and most importantly, the location, because that was a big challenge for me last year. Well, today it's fully dedicated to the creative design camp. I am just refining, fine tuning, without overthinking 2026 July summer camp. And I use flow. So I use flow to vocally express what the vision is for the summer camp, and then I use that and help me to flesh out the plan. And that helps because I realize most of the times, like how I express myself sometimes is like through writing the best, or sometimes I have to be like vocal, like talking. So that helps significantly. So that's the focus for today, creative design camp. Yeah. 1 second, girl. Right. So with a Pinterest board, I am better able to get some inspiration and see what it looks like. So if you realize I show you the brand kit, I need to update the fonts. I include visuals from last year, so that's like a reference there. You can see what it looked like. So I don't want what the visuals looked like last year to look the same this year. And so that's why the brand, I'm gonna be honest, out of all of the designs I did last year, I like the ones that I did for the speakers. My site visit.